This is Tony Fonati, the inspirational dude. I wanted to talk to you about an album that I've put together called Ignite Your Passion. And if you can imagine your favorite thought leaders or inspirational leaders, it could be Oprah, it could be Tony Robbins, could be Demartini, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra. If you imagine them to be songwriters and they produced an album of songs, this is the sort of songs they would produce. I say that because I come from a background of alcohol, domestic, drug abuse. And I also come from a background of music, where I've played music for the last 40 years. From rock to reggae to pop to soul, and up to being inducted into the Music Hall of Fame in New Zealand last year. I've also have platinum and gold awards. So as a songwriter, I have the experience. But then when you combine that with the inspiration, because I love personal development books, I love listening to inspirational leaders, and I also love the fact that when people are passionate and inspired, they live a more happy and fulfilled life, and they make a difference on the planet. So I want to create an album which has these songs on it, so that when you listen to these songs, they inspire you. They keep you in reminder of who you are, who you really are, and who we really are is magnificence. You know, 3 events that happened to me in the last 5 years. The first one was the breakup of my marriage, where I went off track. My teenage children were going off track. And I knew I had to do something, but I didn't know what to do. But I went and I listened to some speakers, and I heard one of them say that if you want to inspire your children, you need to live an inspired life. I knew that was true. For me, it resonated. But how? So I decided to become a coach. I knew that a coach would have the tools to inspire other people. So if I could inspire myself, then I could do the same for my children. And so I became a diploma life coach. And I started coaching people. And it was fantastic. The changes, the differences that was being made in the lives of others. So coaching was great. So I was on that track. Then the second event happened. It's when my son nearly died last year. And I started to write a book called Unleash the Hero. And that was about my journey, about being so fearful. Being in a space where you're ready to lose a loved one, and all my coaching, all the inspirational books I'd read, all my wisdom could not help me. I had to go to a place of spirit, of love, to a place of knowing, to have faith that all would be well, to behave as if everything would be well. So I learnt on another level, on a very spiritual level, that in essence, personal development is about loving yourself. And by loving yourself, you start to heal. And as you heal, everything else in your outer life starts to heal. And so there I was as a coach, as an author of a book, but still there was something missing. And I knew intuitively that it had to be something else. And I talked to a spiritual friend of mine, and she said to me, music, this is where your journey is. She had this psychic ability to see, and I know some people go to palm readers, but you just get a knowing, and that's what happened for me. Was songwriter, using my songwriting skills along with my passion for inspiring people, putting that together and creating this CD called Ignite Your Passion. And my dream is, my goal is to inspire you. And I would love to have each track to have a little story about my experience and why I wrote that song. And then as you read it and it inspires you, and then you listen to the music, then that becomes embedded into you. We all know where we were on 9/11. We all know where we were on very special events. these things are embedded in us, and we remember the music that goes with it, the soundtrack of our lives. So that is why I'm here. That is why I am born to be on this planet right now, just as each and every one of you is born to ignite your passion, to ignite your gifts. Because when you are doing what you love, you empower yourself. You find your voice. You find your self-confidence. You find your authentic you. And you become happier. And when you are happier and more fulfilled, same for your family, same for everyone around you, your community, and ultimately the world. So that is my purpose for producing this album, Ignite Your Passion. I look forward to your support and thank you in advance for it. Because we start with our passion, and from our passion we grow and we share. Thanks very much. Cheers.